been a crazy busy week this week already, and I just had a call to say there's some more walnut available, and it's Black Friday, so that's what I'm going to be buying on Black Friday. Let's go and get it and see what we got. So another quick update on the world of securing stock for the shop. Where I purchased the last air-dried walnut, there was another great big pile next to it, and oddly enough the person selling the house used to be a joiner, and it turns out the person that's bought the house is also a joiner, but he's got a problem of space, so he had secured the second batch of walnut before I got there. It's kind of a lower grade, much more character and colour, nowhere near as wide. And I just said to the first, person I bought the pile, if they decide they want to sell any, let me know. And I got a call yesterday to say that they're working on their shop and they don't have the room. They don't want to leave it outside or tarpaulin it up because it's all beautifully air dried. Was I interested? And to be honest, yeah, I'm very interested. Did I want to spend another fortune on walnut again straight away? Not really, but like I said before, I'm not going to turn it down, because you can bet that there won't be any for years. So I have another trailer I've rented, and I've just been there and collected it. I'll show you all when I get back. Then I thought I'd take you quickly through the process of dealing with the woodworm, because it's being stored outside. And also the way I seal it, I'm not going to use anything special, a bit of PVA and some emulsion, just to seal the ends of the walnut that I had cut, the fresh walnut, and I'll be spraying everything around in my barn as well. So here's some of the planks, a classic kind of bend. A lot of the walnut has that bend. Beautiful colours on these, a bit darker, not quite as dark as what I brought from the island with me, but really wide, big wide boards. That's the bottom one, which is one of the widest, and then that's one of the top ones, one of the narrowest. I'll go through the pile. I'm on my own here today, so I'm just going to slide them down onto those pallets. I'll show you them as I go. So that's the next one in the pile, pretty much the same. Beautiful grain. Not too much checking, if any, on this one. Almost perfect right the way through. Doesn't have the telltale hole. Lots of them have this here. But yeah, that's a beauty. Really big. So the next one in the pile, getting a kind of crutch there. Nice big classic on walnut, that pinch, that little hole. Real big chunk out there. But with the resin, that's fine. Lots of character. No signs of worm at the moment. That's a classic area there, this soft bit. It's a really nice board. And then we get to the back end. This has got some checking starting, some splits. A lot of walnut has that. So you can imagine cutting that up for clean pieces of wood. You're going to lose all of this and all of those splits, because I'm going to try and make slab tables mainly out of this, keeping these whole. My yield will be quite high. Let's get the next one. So this is what the kind of outer edge looks like, almost to the bark of the tree. So not much wood there, but really good for the little chopping boards and the interesting sort of gadget stands. Be loads of character under all of that, and the resin looks great on top of those kind of end sections where the bark would have come out. Really good, right on the edge of the bark. Another real beauty. All of them looking good. Beautiful grain on that. This is quite classic on a walnut, where this section's got a kind of split. It's not to do with the way it dried, and that will want to come apart. And what I've discovered is sanding that off so you can get it as flat as you can, and then filling it slowly over a day or two with resin, real dark resin, and then it's not really an effect, it's just to stabilize it, and it works really well. A couple of my tables I'm using these sort of natural splits almost in the center of the wood, unlike you'd see in any other wood. Oak does not do that. Okay, and the last two, absolutely gorgeous grain there. That's going to look fantastic, even though again you've got the grain here starting that natural kind of walnut split, and there's a big split here. You can see crazy how it wants to split that way with the grain, but anyway, that will look absolutely fine. there's some stabilisation to be done here with resin. And the very last piece here, probably the most checked split of all. Looks like a whole ridge is coming off there. This will look fantastic with resin. It's a real dark colour as well, this one. So ideally I'd have a shelving system where I can kind of put a rough tag on it and get to maybe 2 planks high, maximum 2 slabs high, right along that wall. That's my dream. I don't want to attach it to this old barn because I just don't want it. I don't know if the structure's good enough. I don't really want to put a concrete slab in, so I'd just like to pack it, get a packer plate, whacker plate, pack down the ground and get racking right along there. And if I do keep collecting these slabs and things go well, then the next thing will be a little used forklift truck to put them on and take them off for selection. Quite a collection coming now. So to treat the wood, I'm using this Woodworm killer. There's all different ones that you can get, and I'm just going to spray that on the wood piles. So where I was on the Isle of Wight, there wasn't a big problem. I don't know what it's like here, but I'll just coat this on. You're not going to get every board now they're stacked, but as long as there's a load around, that should stop them. About 2 or 3 times a year I'll do this, and then I'll have a look to see if I've got any signs, and if there's any signs, obviously I'll restack them and hit them hard with the spray. Now these are fresh cut, so I'm going to give them another month or so because it's quite cold at the moment. Give them a chance to dry out, then I'll seal the ends up with a mix. Like I said, it's just a simple mix I use, which is emulsion paint and some PVA glue in there just to make it a bit thicker. It's quite nice because we're going to get to see how nice this grain pops when we wet this top one down. Really nice and dark. Beautiful grain. So that's the end of a really good day. Picked up the walnut, got it all stacked, got it sprayed, ready for the winter. Just the first initial spray for any woodworm that might come in there. Not been here for very long, so I'm not sure how it is. I didn't get any woodworm from the first lot I brought a year ago, so let's just hope it's pretty low around here. So as always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your support. Thanks especially to my Patreons supporting me there. 45,000 subscribers, so doing really well. I've got a really good community on YouTube now. It's a lot of fun. So thanks again, everyone, and see you on the next one.